Okay, Sophia. So pi stands for this, E stands for that. I always stands for the square root of negative 1.
It has to be negative 1?
Yes.
What if it was like negative 20?
Then I would separate the square root of negative 20 into the square root of 20 times the square root of negative 1. Okay? And this turns into I. And I can simplify that. Do you agree that this is also the square root of 4 times the square root of 5? It's like a factor tree, right? Well, what is the square root of 4? 2. So I would say 2I root 5. That's the way I order it.
What's
Okay.
E?
Don't worry about it. Come back to
Is
it
it the
later.
root of the natural
We'll come back to it later.
You want to know this?
You will need to know it, but you don't need to know it now. Okay? So, when they say real numbers, we're talking about all numbers but negative square roots. Okay? So look, there are the counting numbers, 1, 2, 3, right? Those are the counting numbers. Then, outside the counting plus 0, those are the whole numbers, right? Then, outside of that, we've got the negative whole numbers as well, right? Those are called integers, so negative 3, comma negative 2, comma negative 1 in both directions, okay? Then we're going to add in all the little bits between there,
The rational numbers.
the rational numbers. That means 3/5, 0.7, negative 2.8, okay? Negative 2.8, comma 3/5, okay? Those are the rational numbers. Then we have irrational numbers, numbers that cannot be written as fractions. They go on forever and ever and ever and ever. Do we know any numbers like
Pi.
that? Pi.
E.
Okay.
P.
P. Okay. Don't worry about it.
I thought the
Right now, these are numbers that go on forever and ever and never repeat. They cannot be written as fractions. Okay. Those are irrational numbers. Okay. All of these things are called real numbers. And then outside of the real numbers are imaginary numbers. Okay?
and then there's the
There we
little
go.
balls.
There we go. It sits out there. And all of this is a part of the group called complex numbers, which you will deal with when you go to advanced algebra. We're not there yet.
Is there such thing as simple numbers?
Simple numbers?
Yes.
Yeah, 1. Okay. All right.
Irrational.
Repeating decimals, that can be written as a fraction. Okay, so that's rational. Now let me stop here for a minute. Now you need to start writing and listening. If you had not been writing and listening. If you had not, if you have, then that means you've been learning. But here we go. The reciprocal of real numbers. If I multiply two numbers together and they equal 1, then they're reciprocal. Okay? Two numbers multiplied together that equal 1 are reciprocals. Oh, look, it's right here. Okay, that's what a reciprocal is. We know how to work with it just by saying flip the fraction. Fine, done. 3 times 1/3, because 3 is the same as 3 over 1. Do you see that they're just flipped of each other? 3 over 1 times 1 over 3 is equal to 1. 2/5 times 5 halves, I messed that up earlier, is equal to 1. Okay? So, quickly tell me. It says simplify. Oh, look, we're multiplying fractions. We're multiplying fractions. All right? What's this first one? 1/4 times 1 over negative 7.
1 over negative 20.
Okay, I'm going to call on some people. Okay? Now, I'm probably going to run out of time on this one too, and I don't want to rush through this because I want to talk about negative signs with fractions. Okay? I want to talk about the fractions as a division problem. If they're both negative, then the whole thing's positive. If they're both positive, the whole thing's positive. If one of them's negative and the other one's positive, then the whole thing is negative. We're going to talk about where you put the negative sign in a fraction in the next video.